The up and down temperatures over the recent month has caused many problems for gardeners here in State College. Luckily, there are helpful tips that one can use to prepare for the spring and to grow the best plants possible despite the cold temperatures. Co-owner of George's Floral Boutique, Mitch Ballas, has been in the business for 20 years and has plenty of advice.
You have to be very careful because we can have frost clear up until the end of May. So if you're planting annuals, which are very frost prone to damage from frost, you really have to be careful about what you're doing.
Perhaps perennials would be a good choice of flower to grow in the early months of spring. Manager of Tate Farm, Deb McManus, explains.
Perennials are plants whose life cycle takes place over the course of 12 months, but repeatedly over the course of years. Perennials are best planted in the spring of the year. A smaller plant with a good root system, you buy them usually in containers. But more importantly, if you're planting perennials, you need to make sure that the location where the plant is placed is the best. And you want your soil and your location to match the needs of the plants in terms of water, light, and drainage.
The cold temperatures forces growers to find alternatives for starting their growing process. Try some of these tips that Retail Sales Associate and Gardener at College Gardens, Nancy DuBois, has to offer.
Some growing tips might be starting seeds indoors. A lot of people like to start their vegetables right now, and a lot of things can be started indoors now. Some things can be started later on when the ground warms up. Other things you can do just around your house would be just preparing the soil, raking it up, pulling your weeds, putting down some weed killer, and just kind of cleaning up outside, getting ready to plant your beds.
We've just entered the month of April, and the weather is still a bit dreary, but hopefully these helpful tips for planting and growing will lead you to plentiful edibles as well as plants for this spring. Reporting in State College, I'm Candace Waring.